Salut, David Wallin here for Overloud.com, sharing with you today how to control TH2 with a MIDI floorboard. For this demonstration, I'm going to use a Roland FC300 pedal board. My sound card is a DigiDesign 11 rack. Because I'm going to be using the floorboard to control the software, not the other way around, I want to find the MIDI out on the floorboard, and I'll be connecting the MIDI out of the floorboard to the MIDI in of my sound card. Now that we made the physical connection between the floorboard and the computer, we need to make sure that TH2 recognizes the pedal board. For this, we're going to go in the option on the top left, and here you can configure your sound card. In this case, I'm using an 11 rack. The 11 rack is recognized, as you can see, and make sure that the active MIDI input corresponds to the one you just plugged in. Now that our pedal board is physically connected to the sound card, we need to teach TH2 what to do with the different MIDI information we're going to trigger. All this is done in the MIDI bindings. It's in the MISC panel that you're going to set all the general information, such as what should TH2 do when you trigger the expression pedal. Let's assign the right pedal to the volume pedal. For this, I'm simply going to click volume pedal. The button turned blue, which means that TH2 is in learning mode. Now, it's waiting for me to activate a MIDI signal. In this particular case, if I move the right expression pedal, TH2 learned that now the volume pedal of TH2 is going to be activated by this expression pedal. Let's now assign the second expression pedal to the wah pedal. For this, I'm simply going to highlight and click the wah pedal in TH2. The software is waiting for my trigger. I'm going to move the second expression pedal. Now TH2 is going to activate the wah whenever I activate this expression pedal. Let's now teach the software how to navigate from patch to patch. For this, we're going to use the memory navigation options. Let's, for example, assign these two buttons on our controller to the bank navigation. I'm going to click on bank up. The button is blue, meaning that it's waiting for me to trigger the information. And as soon as I press the button, TH2 learned it. Let's do the same thing with bank down. I'm going to click on that button. The button is now blue, waiting for my command. I just press the button on my MIDI controller. Now TH2 knows what to do when I press that button. It's going to navigate from bank to bank, going down. You will also find in the MIDI bindings a smart control panel. Notice on the bottom of your patches some smart controls. These are fast access to different aspects of your tone. In this particular preset, notice that we have 4 different effect pedals. Each of these 4 effect pedals are placed right in front of the signal, and they all have their own smart controls. You can use the MIDI bindings to associate one of your MIDI triggers to one of the smart controls. Let's do that. If I click on the first smart control, and I then click on one of the buttons that I want to activate that smart control with, each time I press that button, the first smart control is going to be activated. In this case, this button will activate or deactivate the auto wah. In the same exact way, I can activate or deactivate the second smart control, which here corresponds to the compressor. I'm going to click on that second smart control button. On my MIDI controller, I'm going to select this button. Now, anytime I use that button, I'm going to activate or deactivate the compressor. The beauty of this is that you can really personalize the way your MIDI controller is going to be triggering the software. The learn function works out of the box. You don't need to spend a lot of time tweaking and configuring all your settings. It's going to respond right away. This is a great way to take TH2 a step further in the studio and live. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Make sure you download a free demo of Overloud's TH2 on their website. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time, and until then, salut!